What's up, guys? Austin here. For those of you that don't know me, a little background about myself. I graduated with a finance degree, went to go work for a large online brokerage firm for about 2 years, where I received my Series 7 and Series 63 license to practice being a stockbroker. You know, being there, basically I learned how to trade stocks and I learned how to make money. And that was kind of the whole point of me going into finance. I wanted to learn ways to make money besides just, getting the same paycheck week after week. So that's what I did. While I was at the firm, I really learned how to trade stocks, and not only trade and invest, but how to day trade. And basically what that is, in a quick summarization, is getting in and out of stocks in the same day. Okay, so that means every single day you have the ability to make money, and not just, okay, let me put my money in this and my 401k, and after 30 years, maybe I made some money, maybe I didn't, So I really wanted to take advantage of that. I think there's a lot of misinformation out there as to ways you can make money in the stock market. I'm not saying it's easy, but with the right tools, with the right strategies, the right patterns, it's definitely doable. So, basically this channel is gonna be about just that, day trading. I'm also gonna go over swing trading, and investing for those of you that do like the long-term investing, and I'm going to tell you what maybe the best options are for that. But as far as swing trading that I mentioned, swing trading is basically for the person who, is in their full-time job, they really enjoy it, but they still want to trade. Now, swing trade is maybe where you get in a position on Monday, you buy stock on Monday, and maybe you sell it on Friday. So you don't have to watch it the entire week. You don't have to be at a computer watching the charts like I do every day, because, you have a life, you have a job. And so, if day trading's not for you, that's fine. This channel is going to be about much more than that. So I'm definitely excited about, just sharing you guys what I've learned, the patterns that have made me money. There's days where, I'll get in and out of stock and make $600 in 10 seconds. It's an amazing thing when you think about it. You think about working a job, for example, like in college, $10 an hour job, right? So you work 10 hours, let's say, you work, 30 hours that week, okay? It's gonna be $300, right? $300 after taxes, you're probably looking at like 260, 270, we'll call it 260, okay? 260. Well, I can make 260 sometimes, and with the patterns that I'm gonna show you guys and the strategies and how to find the stocks that you can trade, I'm gonna show you guys how you can make $260 in a minute. So basically what I'm saying is there's ways to make money with the internet, with the stock market. We're at a period in time where the average just 9-to-5 job isn't the only way to go. I recently left that brokerage firm that I was talking about because I wanted more. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to be able to travel when I wanted. I wanted to be able to, take a longer lunch when I wanted and spend time with my friends and family and not be so confined to a desk. I knew that wasn't for me, and maybe you're watching this and maybe that's not for you either. And I'm just here to tell you that there is more out there, and if you learn and if you dedicate yourself to these, and really kind of study, you can definitely make a good bit of money on these. So, all right, guys. So basically, I'm just gonna summarize what I do on a daily basis. Okay. If you've seen my Instagram, you'll see kind of like I got a computer up with chart patterns, and you're probably thinking like, what are those? The first time I saw them, I was super confused as well. So I can definitely see why some are probably confused with that. But basically, let's just say I'm gonna draw like a little chart pattern here of a stock, okay? So let's say this is just kind of the chart. Okay, and before I kind of talk about that chart, really what I wanna mention is this. The reason I don't trade like Apple and Netflix and Google and Amazon is because for the simple fact that you can't make any money on those stocks when you only have a few $1,000s. We're young, you're just starting out. Even if you have a ton of money, markets are at all-time highs right now. So even if they weren't though, let me just give you an example and show you kind of why I think it's better to trade stocks that are anywhere from $1 to $10, which is primarily what I trade, okay? So for example, say you have $1,000 to your name, okay? So you have $1,000 to invest with, all right? You're like, I want to invest, I got $1,000, what do I do? Okay, well, let's say you want to buy Apple, okay? Great company, a lot of us use Apple iPhones, but let's say, you just think, okay, I want to invest in Apple, I've heard that's a good stock, and a lot of people do it, so it must mean I should too, right? Okay, well, it's roughly trading on $200 a share right now. It's actually, I think earnings came out today, I think it's around like 210, but just for the sake of math, we'll say $200 a share, okay? All right. So with $1,000, that means you can get 5 shares. 5 shares of Apple, okay? The problem with this is that Apple may go up, okay, let's say Apple goes up 20 cents in a day, okay? Well, you have 5 shares. You have 5 shares now, okay, that you bought. You have 5 shares of Apple, okay? Let's say Apple goes up 20 cents a day, okay? Because there's days where it goes up like 20 cents. There's days it goes up $1, $2, but let's say it goes up 20 cents. It's like your average day, right? Well, how you calculate your profit on your stock is basically you would multiply how many shares you have times how much it went up, all right? So from the time you bought it. So let's say you bought it at $200, you have 5 shares, let's say it goes up 20 cents. Well, 20 cents times 5 shares, you made $1, all right? A big deal, okay? What are you gonna do with that? Let's say Apple even goes up $5, which looks good. I mean, a $5 move on Wall Street is looked at as a good thing, okay? Well, 5 times 5 is $25, okay? What are you gonna do? Go to Applebee's and you know, maybe get dessert? I mean, I don't know what to say. Like $25 isn't gonna change mine or your life. So that's why, you know, working at the firm that I did, I was able to kind of hone in on a strategy, which is trading stocks between $1 and $10. Okay, so I kind of want to give you guys an example now of what I trade, what I look for. And again, this is just gonna be kind of the basics of what I do. I'm not really trying to get into all the specifics with this video. I just wanted to give you an intro of what this channel is gonna be about and you know, what I'm gonna be doing in the future. So, all right guys, so basically what I'm gonna show you here is just an example of kind of what I do on a daily basis, all right? So what I'm looking for when I get up in the morning, you know, the stock market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. There is something called pre-market trading, which I will get into in another video. It starts at 7 a.m. Eastern time, and that's usually when I'm up looking at trades. But what I do, you know, I wake up, first thing I'm doing is I'm looking for stocks between $1 and $10 that come out with good news. Okay, so what these stocks do, and by the way, let me just preface this with the fact that most of these stocks are garbage. In fact, 99% of them are garbage, okay? None of these stocks that are $2, $3 are gonna be the next Amazon. They're just not. Okay, so you're not investing. That's not what I'm looking to do. I'm not trying to find the next, you know, big time company. I'm trying to grab a piece of the move in that single day because these stocks are very volatile. But what does volatile mean? Volatile just means that they go up and down sharply in a day's time. I mean, they go up $2, $3, $4, $60 in a day. It's crazy, but then they come right back down. So if you can get in and out in the right time, you can make a lot of money, and that's kind of what I'm trying to show you guys today. So basically with this example, you know, I get up in the morning, I'm looking for stocks that come out with good news. So these small companies, let's just say it's a medical company, they have a drug that they've been testing on patients, and they come out with a trial news that said, hey, and it's a press release, so it goes on like Yahoo Finance or something, and it says, hey, we ran this trial of you know, our drugs on our patients, and it went really well, it was very successful. We're gonna search for FDA approval now and move forward with our product. Okay, well, that's great news. So there's hundreds of thousands of day traders out there just like me, and we're all looking for the same thing. We're all looking for these stocks, okay, that have these good press releases, because press releases are generally, if they're positive, it's gonna move the stock upwards, like this example. So this is why I wanna show you why stocks that are low priced, you can make a lot more money with. So for this example, for again, we have $1,000 to your name, okay? Not a lot of money, but $1,000, okay? $1,000. Let's say you find a stock that's $2 a share, okay? Well, $2 a share, you're gonna get 500 shares. So let's say you own 500 shares, okay, of stock ABC, all right? So you own 500 shares of ABC, and you get in the morning, you see the news come out, you buy the stock, okay? This is what I do. So I buy it at 2, all of a sudden the stock starts moving up because all these day traders start buying it, all right? And what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to sell it obviously at a higher price, but these things move up quick, okay? This isn't like you buy it and you, 3 days later you look, you do that and you're broke. So you're at your computer, you're watching the stock, you know, second by second move up. So what I'm trying to do is sell, you know, into the spike. So typically I never catch the full spike, like this full spike here, I'm never catching this whole spike, but let's say I sell it at $3 a share. Let's say I sell it right here, okay? I made $1 a share, okay? Maybe that doesn't sound like a lot to you guys, but let me do the math. You have 500 shares, you just made $1 per share, you made $500. And these moves, guys, these can happen in 60 seconds. Maybe they happen in 2 hours, and you're glued to your computer for a little while. But guess what? You just made $500 in 2 hours. Tell me another, you know, another job where you can work for yourself and basically make that kind of money. Now, is it easy? I'm not going to say it's easy. It's taken some refining, it's taken some studying. The hardest part about trading is finding the right stocks to play, okay? And we'll go over that more in later videos, but that was an example of kind of what I do. Now, I'm trading, with more money than that, so you can imagine I buy 5,000 shares or 2,000 shares, it goes up 50 cents and I sell. You can imagine the kind of money you can make. But this is just an example of kind of what I do, the basics of it, and the money there is to be made in these lower price stocks. They're very volatile, and this down slope right here was just kind of showing you guys what it does eventually. They usually don't hold up. But I've seen the stock go from 2 to 60, 2 to 80. I've seen a stock actually go from $5 to $120 and then back down to like $2 in a matter of 3 days. Okay, so there's a lot of volatility in these stocks, and that's what I'm looking for. There's just so much money to be made. I wanted to basically live a life, guys, where I was my own boss. I didn't want to be, sitting at a desk all day, bored out of my mind, being micromanaged by the same boss who probably is miserable himself. So really just looking for a different life. It's just a different day. We don't need to be, if at the end of the day, I just want to start with this too. If you're happy, that's all that matters. If you love what you do, you love the people you work with, you love your job, then you've already made it and you're good to go. But at the end of the day, if you, long for more, if you want to make more money, if you want to do something that you truly enjoy, for me, this is my passion. And luckily, I can make money doing it. So it's a win-win. Even if you don't just say trading stocks isn't your passion, you should learn more about it because, hey, it's more money in your pocket, and just knowing more about the stock market, because banks, Wall Street, there's so much misinformation out there. They want you just to save your money, guys. They just want you to keep it in a bank account. They're going to give you your 1%. It's going to take, 20 years for it to double, some crazy number like that. And they're making tons of money on your money. They're literally using your money, guys, and investing with your cash, okay, and making tons more money than they're paying out. So what I'm saying is learn finance, learn investing, and this is kind of what this channel is going to be about, guys. I'm just trying to, show you kind of my strategies, my patterns, the things that I've learned that I feel like I could share with anybody, friends, random people, anybody kind of deserves to know this stuff. So please, if you don't mind, it'd mean a lot to me, just subscribe to the channel. That way when the next video comes out. I'm going to try to do a couple of these a week, guys, and just, we'll go more in depth later. But, again, just thanks for tuning in. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's austin.weisseipel, and I'm sure that'll be in the description. And just follow along with my journey, guys, and we'll do the best we can to make you some money. So I appreciate it. Thanks for the watch, and we'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.